What's good? My name is D. At 17 years old, I failed 2 clothing brands. Then I started my third brand, Convicted Lovers, and that brand went on to make 10K in the very third month of owning it. Now I'm 21 years old, have made well over $500,000 with that very same brand, have helped influencers like P2, who Casper scale their brand as well, and have also helped dozens of my students hit their first 10K months. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to scale your clothing brand to 10K a month. I'm not going to give you any glitches, any theoretics. I'm going to give you the actual numbers that's going to get you to your first $10,000 a month with your clothing brand. All right, so we're going to be trying to make 10K within a month. This is not a crazy goal. This is every brand owner's first milestone, every brand owner's dream. I remember my first 10K month. It felt amazing. And specifically for the situation, we're going to be selling a $75 hoodie. Why a $75 hoodie? Because usually that's the products that people sell when they first get started with their clothing brand. Obviously, if your price is different, if your product is different, the math's gonna be looking different. I'm gonna just give my example with a $75 hoodie, right? So boom, you got your hoodie, $75. You're trying to make 10,000. Basically, to sell $10,000 worth of hoodies for $75, you're going to need to sell 133 hoodies. You gotta sell this many hoodies. They gotta be sold, right? 75 times 133, that's gonna equal the $10,000, right? That's going to get you to 10K. Basically selling 33 hoodies. That's the video. Nah, I'm joking. But with that being said, if you're trying to sell 133 hoodies, how do you sell 133 hoodies if you're just getting started with your brand? It's not gonna be that easy. So one thing I want y'all to know is your SMS list converts at a 10% rate with a warm audience, right? And I'll explain what this means. A warm audience is people who have joined within the last 14 days, or they joined for a specific product. If my handwriting gets sloppy, ignore it. We go figure this out, right? So your SMS list is going to convert at a minimum 10% with a warm audience. So basically, that means for every 10 people that join your SMS list, you can basically get a sale. Now, I want to break this math down to ensure that you guys kind of get where I'm going with this SMS stuff right here, right? So you got to sell 133 products. SMS converts at 10%. We're going to do some simple math. So if I want to sell 133 products and I want to use SMS and organic. That's the best strategy to use until you get into ads and you're doing 20, 30, 40, 50K months like my students. So since it is 10% that's going to convert, I want to just times this times 10, right? Boom, that's at 10% right there. And that's going to get me 1,330. Basically, I have to get 1,330 SMS subs in order to sell 130 pieces in order to make $10,000 within this month. Makes sense, right? So I got a $75 hoodie. I got to sell 133 of those hoodies. My SMS is converted to 10%. So I need 1,330 people inside my SMS list. And that's a lot, bro. That's a lot. My SMS list is at 15K. So like, that's just like 150% more. Well, less than where I'm at, right? So boom. Now we know that math. Let's break down how we're actually going to achieve this, right? Because that's just numbers. You can't just get to the numbers without getting to the numbers, right? Another thing I've learned throughout my studies is that with qualified content, pay attention. I use the word qualified. I didn't just say content. I said with qualified content, right? And qualified content includes 3 things. Number 1, it's high quality. Number 2, the brand identity is clearly shown. And number 3, it's targeting the specific ICP. This is qualified content. If your content is not high quality, the brand identity is not being showcased, you're not specifically targeting a group of people, your content's not qualified. So don't expect these results, right? But with super qualified content, not even super qualified content, just like midly qualified content, the better content, obviously the better this is going to work, right? I've discovered from literally going and taking a look at my numbers for my drops, numbers for my students' drops, numbers for the other brands I run 2 other brands if you guys didn't know, right? And I've discovered that you can gain 1 SMS subscriber for every 500 to 1K views if you got qualified content. Obviously, the more qualified your content, the better this ratio is going to be. But you can gain 1 SMS subscriber for every 500 to 1,000 views. So if you get 10,000 views, you can probably expect 10 SMS subscribers. You guys get what I'm saying? And I know that sounds crazy because like, bro, 10,000 views, I don't even get that today. But we're going to get this done, right? So boom, that's the math on that, right? So if you want to get 1,330 subscribers and you get a sub for every 500 views, what's your math going to look like? I'll explain it, all right? So let's do that 1330, your SMS subs, you feel me? That's the subs you're trying to get, times 500, because that's your view mark. Let's say your content's really good. It could be even better, right? So boom, 1,330 times 500. 500 is the SMS ratio, right? 500 views can get you an SMS subscriber, like I just said. This number is going to be outrageous, but it's important you guys understand this. That's going to total out to 6,665,000 views that you have to get in order to gain these subs. And this is just through your organic content. Like, of course, you're going to do influencer marketing, you're going to do word of mouth, you're going to do all these different things. This is just through your organic content. If you want to guarantee results, only use organic and SMS. I'm giving you the numbers right now. So with qualified content that's high quality, with the brand ID included, with the ICB included, super good content, you're going to get about 1 SMS subscriber per 500 views. So if you're trying to get 1,330 SMS subscribers to sell 133 products, you're going to times that 500 views that you get, and you're going to need to get 665,000 views. It's a lot of views, right? I know you guys are like, bro, D, I can't get that many views, bro. My content sucks. I don't, whatever you guys are going to say, right? Boom. That 665,000 divided by 30 days, because we're trying to do this in a month, that totals out to about 22K a day in a 30-day span, right? So you need to get 22K views a day within the 30-day span in order to reach that 665,000 views, which is going to get you that 1,330 subs, which is going to get you that 130 sales, right? If you want to guarantee it, get those views. 22K views a day, right? Basically, it's about 44 SMS subscribers a day, but we're not going to focus on SMS subscribers. We're going to focus on getting the views, because you get the views, the subscribers are going to come. If your content's good, if it's qualified content, right? So I'm going to give you guys a system that if you do well, if you post qualified content, it's going to ensure that you actually get results. It's going to ensure this actually works. Because right now, this is what you're scared of. I already know. You're like, bro, D, I cannot generate 22,000 views in a single day. My content barely performs. I'm going to break this down. Trust me, right? So boom. How are you going to get your SMS subs, right? How are you going to gain, you feel me, subs? It's a big question, right? How do you gain subs, right? You guys know the old sauce on SMS. You may not know it, but you need a password page. That password page needs to have a photo of your product. It needs to have a countdown timer. It needs to also have a button for people to sign up directly with PostScript. Feel what I'm saying? Boom. I hate that I'm left-handed because it's going to be covering up when I'm writing, right? But you need to gain subs, and you need to get 22K views a day. So this is literally what I would do if I was you trying to get 22,000 views a day, right? I would have a couple accounts. I would have 5 accounts, right? And if I got 5 accounts, that basically means on every single account, I need to get about 4.4K views a day on every single account. 4.4K views a day on every single account, right? That's the math. We want to get 22,000 a day, do 4.4K times 5. That's 22,000, right? So we're going to do 5 accounts. Why not 1 account, D? Because you're not going to get 20,000 views every single time I post a video. You're already not that good at content. You got to get better anyway, right? So we're going to split that on 5 accounts so we can max out your probability. So boom, 1 account is going to be a brand IG, of course. 1 account is going to be a brand TikTok, of course, right? You need these accounts. 1 account is going to be your personal IG. Personal branding is important in 2026. You're hiding your face. You're not going to win. And you need a personal TikTok, right? That's 4 accounts. You need 1 more. What's the 1 more, D? I'm going to tell y'all right now. It's a spam TikTok account. It's a spam for the brand, right? Spam TikTok account, right? Hopefully you guys can see that. That's 5 different accounts. How are you going to manage to get 4.4K views every single day on 5 accounts? I'm going to explain. Don't worry, right? So you got your brand IG and your brand TikTok. You are going to replicate the same content you post on IG on TikTok. Simple. Right? It's a different platform. You can repurpose that content directly there. The light cut off, but basically I was saying that on your brand accounts and personal accounts, you're going to repurpose the content across the platforms, right? So boom, what content do I post on my brand page, D? I'm going to tell you. Number 1, I suggest 4 posts a day, because if you do 4 posts a day and each post gets 1,000 views, you're going to be good. If you do 4 posts a day, basically, hopefully one video gets like 3K, so the rest of them just kind of carries the way out. But as far as content for your brand page, you're going to hit the 3 pillars. I talk about this a lot. A lot of you guys don't apply it. That's why a lot of you guys don't win, because you don't apply stuff. But top of funnel content, middle funnel content, bottom funnel content. And I'll explain this very fast. Top of funnel is your viral videos. The videos that's meant to go viral. The videos that's meant to get a lot of engagement. The videos that are meant to get a lot of views. These are going to be skits. These are going to be viral videos you remix from other brands. These are going to be your engagement bait, like comment to model, stuff like that. That's top of funnel content. You want to post that content to get a lot of people into the brand, right? Middle funnel content is middle funnel content. This content is made to specifically showcase your product. So you're going to do your lay flats, you're going to do your on body model videos, your B-roll footage, that stuff. Bottom of funnel is to build trust. This is going to be your storytelling content. This is where you're going to pop up as a founder and talk about the brand and talk about you built the brand and do behind the scenes stuff. You need 4 posts a day. 4 posts a day. And you're probably thinking like, bro, D, I can't gather all that content. I'll do another video on how to actually plan and shoot your content and get like 100 plus videos in a single day and have that content for the rest of your drop. But that's not today's video. Think about that in your head. But top of funnel content, middle funnel content, bottom funnel content, you're going to post on the brand pages. And you're going to do 4 posts a day, right? And hopefully you post enough good content that you can get 4.4K views every single day on these accounts. You should, right? Same thing with your personal IG and personal TikTok. You're going to do 4 posts. These 4 posts are going to be a bit different, right? On these 4 posts, you want to do a talking head video, right? I used to do these when I first started my clothing brand. I still do them now. It's picking up the camera. Check out this product I made. Point to it, flip your camera over, showcase the product. It's a talking head video. Another form of content you want to do is day in the life content, right? Regardless of what you are doing specifically with the brand today, you want to do a day in the life. If you're not doing anything but packaging one order, document that process. If you're not doing anything but designing, document that process. If you're not doing anything, period, just go sit at your desk and act like you're doing something and put a voiceover talking about the stuff that you're working on. You feel what I'm saying? Like the videos you guys see me do on TikTok, sometimes they be real, but most of the time it be me sitting down real quick, shooting a video, going on about my day. You feel me? And I just go home and do my work where I do my work at, right? But talking head videos, day in the life videos. On top of that, you need to do comment response. Comment response. Responding to comments. You need to comment bait, number 1, that's gonna get you more engagement, like saying wild stuff. I used to do videos like, here's what I'm charging $200 for these shorts. Comments flood. And by the end of the video, I tell them, yo, gang, they're actually $40. And like, wait, I need to get those. I was da-da-da-da, right? Comment baiting is good because on TikTok, you can reply to comments. And when people see people interacting with people, they want to interact. If you've seen 40 people over there talking, like, you're probably going to go over there. You know, you're not going to stay here. You're going to wonder what they're doing. So you're going to go that way. Same thing with TikTok, Instagram. We live in a parasocial world where people want to connect with people, right? So talking head content, day in the life videos, comment bait content where you're talking about something that's going on in comments. And of course, you just want to do your storytelling stuff. Like if you built a brand specifically for a specific reason, let's say you own a Christian clothing brand, you should do videos every single day of you doing a verse of the day, right? With your clothing brand on. Today's verse of the day is this. It means this to me, you know, with your product on, join the SMS list. Feel what I'm saying? If you're a Christian clothing brand, if you're a gym wear brand, you should do a video every single day talking about, you know, like a new set you're doing or your split. You feel what I'm saying? Like provide some value to your community. Provide some value to your community outside of the clothes, because the clothes are there. They want to watch you for other reasons. Boom. That's 4 types of content you're going to post on the personal side. Talking head videos, day in the lives, comment baits, and storytelling content where you just talk about the brand and, you know, why you built it, right? The last TikTok account is a spam TikTok account, right? And we're creating this spam TikTok account because we want the ability to throw stuff out there and let the algorithm catch it, right? Because let's just say, you know, you're not able to get 4K on, you know, each of these 5 accounts every single day, right? Let's say not willing to get those, but one video gets 100K that day. It's carried. It's carried for some time. Actually, we're really like 4 days, 22K a day. You feel me? Really carry for like 4 days because you're getting 22K a day total. So yeah, it's not going to carry crazy, but it'll pretty much carry, right? So the spam TikTok account, where do you want to post there? This is where you're going to do your slideshows. Ooh, everybody's favorite type of content. You're going to do your lay flat videos. You're going to do your model videos. This account you're just literally going to use to spam your product out there to the world. Like, don't worry about professionalism. Of course, you want to make stuff look good. The better it looks, the better it's going to convert, the more people are going to buy. But you want to get as much content out there as possible with this account. You feel me? You want to lean on this account to get as much content out there as possible. And it's possible, guys. I've seen students. I got a student named Elijah. I'll pop up some results on the screen. 16 years old. He hit his first 10K month at 16 while working at Taco Bell. How did Elijah do it? He posted more than every other brand owner in the world. He was posting 10 times a day on multiple accounts. So he was doing about 17 posts every single day. So if you post one time, get 1,000 views. He posts 10 times, he gets 10,000 views in a day. So at the end of 30 days, you got 30,000 views. At the end of 30 days, he got 300,000 views. Feel me? Just from posting 10 times and getting 1,000 views each post. So why not just post more, right? But that's the content breakdown. So you need to post 4 videos on every single account. For the brand account, do top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel. Repurpose the videos from TikTok to IG. For your personal account, you need to post 4 videos every single day. Repurpose the content from your TikTok to your main IG. Talking head, day in the life, comment responses, storytelling. Your spam TikTok account, extra account you can use for extra leisure. You want to throw slideshows up, throw lay flats up, throw model videos up, etc. If you do not get 4.4K views every single day on all 5 accounts, you're not going to hit the 66,000 views that guarantees that you make the $10,000. You feel me? So don't do this and then be like, well, D, I did it, didn't work out. Like, did you get the views? If you got the numbers, it's going to work. If you got them, it's going to work. And it's going to work even better because you're also going to be running other stuff like story posts, etc. Right? But this is the complete breakdown to you hitting your first 10K month. And of course, like I said, you want an SMS system. I'll throw that up here. You feel me? You want a password page with a sign up button, you know, and then you nurture your list throughout your marketing, and then you launch, right? And then on launch day, if you got those views, got the SMS subscribers, you're gonna make that 10K, which was the goal in the first place, right? That's why you're watching this video, because you'll make $10,000 a month. That's the complete breakdown, bro. But all this stuff right here you guys see looks like a war room. But all this stuff you guys see right here doesn't work if you don't do 3 key things. If your content is not high quality content, if you're not showcasing your brand identity inside that content, if you're not targeting your ICP inside that content. If you don't know what ICP is, it stands for ideal customer profile. Basically, like who's your ideal customer, what they look like, what they wear, what they listen to, all those things. They need to be inside your content. And I teach my students that in deep breakdowns, and I also have my students build their brand identity. And also, when they get ready to drop, we go through strategy calls to prepare their content plan with them. So I make sure everything's good, right? But this is the complete breakdown to you hitting your first 10K month with your clothing brand. I'm gonna double check my notes to make sure everything's good. But stop saying, I wrote this down. Stop saying that you want 10K a month and figures out the numbers required and just execute on it. Because to make $10,000 a month, it's simple. I just explained it to you guys. Like I put it in simple terms. To make $10,000 a month, you need to sell a $75 hoodie. You need to sell 133 of those hoodies. And your SMS list converts at a 10% with a warm audience. They mean they joined the last 14 days or they joined specific for their product. So in order for you to get 130 products sold using SMS, you need 1,330 SMS subscribers. How do you get 330 SMS subscribers? I mean, 1,330 SMS subscribers. You post content. What type of content do you post? You post qualified content that's high quality, targeting your brand identity and your ICP, right? Just dropped my little lid. But if you post qualified content, 500 to a K views equals 1 SMS sub. I know this math because I did so much research on this before I'm telling you guys this, right? So boom, you got to times your SMS subs, which is 1.3K, times 500 views if you post really good qualified content. That means within a 30-day span, you got to get 665,000 views, right? And that's 22,000 views a day. How are you going to get these 22,000 views a day? You're going to have 5 TikTok accounts. And you're going to make sure that each TikTok account gets 4.4K views every single day by posting 4 videos every single day that do well. On the brand accounts, you're going to post top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel, repurpose the TikTok videos to the IG. On your personal accounts, you're going to post talking head videos, day in the life, comment responses, storytelling. You're going to repurpose the TikTok account to the IG. On the spam TikTok, slideshows, lay flat, model videos. I'm going to throw something else in here that I just thought about. I didn't think about this at first, but trial reels as well. It's like an extra metric that you guys can use, you know, and I wouldn't count this as your post. Like I was saying with the trial reels, I wouldn't count that into like your daily post a day thing. I would just feed it as much content as you can. Like you post a video on TikTok, it has a specific sound, change the sound, upload it to trial reels on IG, and spam those if you can. Like all this content you should put on trial reels as well. Just make a minor tweak to it so the algorithm doesn't trip out. But that's literally it. And like I said, this is the most basic way to do it. Like this is if you didn't do anything else. This is really only if you posted content and drove traffic to your SMS list. But if you really want to push this over the edge and you really want to guarantee 10K for the drop, you could specifically do a little bit of influencer marketing. You feel me? Send about, you got 100 pieces, send about 10 pieces or 13 pieces to an influencers. Have those influencers post the product on their story, a photo of the product with the SMS list, right? So now you're going to get more subscribers. On top of the influencer marketing, I'm running out of space. You can go live every single day on TikTok If you go live for 2 hours and you talk to 200 people, do you think you can get 50 people in SMS list? You should be able to, right? So live, drive all that traffic to your SMS list. You feel me? On top of that, IRL, talk to 10 people a day IRL about the brand. By the end of the 30 days, you talk to 10 people, you're going to have 300 people that know the brand now. If you talk to more people, you're going to have more people, right? IRL, drive them to SMS list as well. You feel me? So, like I was saying, this 665 views is basic. That's the very basic way to do it without doing all the extra stuff. But if you do this only, you're guaranteed to make that $10,000 a month. You feel me? And I know you guys are seeing this and it might seem crazy, but $10,000 a month is crazy. That's not normal. Not everybody on the planet is making $10,000 a month. Actually, less than 10% of United States of Americans are making $10,000 a month. You feel me? You gotta be like a doctor or like a surgeon or like a dentist to make that kind of money, right? And probably they don't. They probably at like 8, 9K. And I know my words keep slurring and stuff like that. I haven't been asleep all day. I didn't go to sleep last night. I was up talking to my students at 3 a.m. I'll post a screenshot of that so you guys can see it. Like just hammering it out. 3 hours, just giving them sauce, giving them game. I did not sleep. Kept working. Now we're here. But I just broke down exactly how you guys can hit your first 10K month with your clothing brand. The good thing about this, why I love doing these videos, is because I'm going to give you the sauce. You're going to watch the video, but 99% of you aren't going to apply it. And that's what I love about this game is that the information can be given and still a lot of people won't apply. But there's going to be that one guy or that one girl that's like, he just gave me the sauce, bro. He opened my mind. I'm going to go get this done. And then they go get it done. You know what happens after that? They DM me and they're like, bro, D, the sauce was amazing, bro. It worked. I sold it on my first drop. You feel me? Made $10,000 first month. Congratulations, because you listened and you applied. But if you watch this video and you don't do anything, you're not going to get results. So at least do one thing. If you don't go and do the full strategy, do one thing. You feel me? At least just go outside and talk to people IRL about your brand. Or just go live on TikTok every single day. Or just like for a day, you know, like just to say you did something. But that was that. I just broke down how to make 10K months your clothing brand. If you guys want my personal help actually applying this strategy or really applying any strategy, content direction, content strategy, brand identity, that's my skill set. Those 3 things specifically. That's what I'm really good at. Of course, I know back end. Of course, I know manufacturing. But those things aren't needle movers. What's needle movers is your content. If your content's not good, who cares how good your product is? Who cares how good your website is? Who cares how good your logo is? You need good content. That's what I help people with. So you want help with your content and even like the back end infrastructure stuff? DM me the word content on IG and let's get to work. I'm out.